Hey guys, welcome to Change the Way You Think podcast. Do you think that life is just supposed to be easy, smooth sailing, and you're always mad when hard times happen, when the bad things happen, when you're and this doesn't matter if you got a lot of money, no money, if you're going through a divorce, a separation, if you have kids, you're just like, why isn't life easy? Why isn't this just smooth sailing? We're supposed to be smooth sailing. Life isn't supposed to be this way. A couple of things. I got bad news for you. Nowhere in anything does it say life is supposed to be easy. A lot of people well, I'm saved and it means everything's going to be easy, smooth. I'm going to be healthy. That's not the case. It tells you in the Bible that life is not going to be easy. We're going to be persecuted. We're going to have hard times. It's just the way it's supposed to be because without hard times, sometimes we can't learn lessons. And sometimes it takes those hard times to learn the lesson that we need to learn because we're not paying attention or listen to it and we're not doing it. So, you know what? Sometimes God brings us to our knees so we can learn that lesson. And I made a video yesterday, a little short video about how life is hard and how we have to be harder, but in a softer way. And I know that doesn't make a lot of sense to a lot of people. So that's kind of why I want to make this podcast to explain what I meant. And it goes like this. Me and my son go to counseling, and this is just an example how you can use this with all the other hard times in life. So we go to counseling. Me and my son, I'm a single dad. I raise him full time. He's with me 98% of the time, all the time. And if you're a single dad, if you're a single mom, you know what I'm talking about. And the thing about it, single dads, and I'm one, we feel alone because there's not a lot of single dads that raise their kids. So we feel alone. We don't understand how to do things because some of us don't have that emotional sense as a mom. I guess that's the word. I don't know if that's the word I'm thinking, but we don't have that nurturing part. A lot of us dads don't, and I definitely don't. Something that I'm going to counseling to work on. And we feel alone. We feel like it's super hard. And raising my son's been the hardest thing I've ever done. Period. And if you're a true single parent, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So we go to counseling because we butt heads all the time. He has some trauma. I had some trauma from me growing up. He has some trauma from his mom. And we're trying to work through this because we're sick of fighting. We're sick of arguing. We're sick of bumping heads. And we do. And I've done everything from spankings to groundings to I was exhausted. So I finally had to go to counseling. And she put it to me like this. Instead of telling him, you need to do this, and I told you to do this, and you better go do this, right? That's hard. We bump heads. That's two hard heads, bumping together, just like a car in a brick wall. You go as fast as you can. You're gonna run into it, and you're gonna tear some things up, and it's gonna make a mess. She said, "Look, you can still be stern and be hard. Just do it in a softer way. Let him choose how he wants to do things. You can either choose to quit talking to me that way, or you choose to go to your room. You either choose to quit being disrespectful, or you choose for me to take your TV out of your room." And it hit me. I'm like, dang, I'm still being hard. I'm just doing it in a softer way. I'm just teaching him in a different way and letting him be responsible for his actions and for his reactions, for the way that he does things. And it helps me from getting mad, which I still have an anger issue, and that's something we're working on because I feel totally disrespected, and that's just something that I'm working on. But it's helping me, like, okay, you want to do that? Then you choose to do this, right? You chose to do that, then you choose to do this. And it's the same thing with life, the hard times in life, the ups and downs, the ebb and flows of life, right? Like I said, if we run into a brick wall, bam, we're going to hit it. Yes, we're hard. That life's hard. That wall's hard, and we think we're hard too. But we butt heads, or we bump into that brick wall, and we get knocked out, or we tear a car up, or whatever. We go around the corner. Instead of slowing down and hitting the brake, we go full speed and get thrown off the road and tear the car. It costs us more money, makes our life a lot harder. But if we're harder than life, but in a softer way, all that means is we have to pivot. We can beat the hard times. We just have to think about the other angle, the other way to look at that hard time. How do I beat this hard time? You're stronger. You're better. You just have to figure out the different angle to be able to get through that hard time, over that hard time. You do that doing it in a softer way, a nicer way, a loving way. Doesn't mean you're weak. Doesn't mean you're not hard. Doesn't mean that you're not strong. It means you're smarter and you're working your way through these hard times, because hard times are going to be here forever. Like they're never going to go away till we die and go to heaven, the ones that believe, right? That's whenever all that stuff will go away. But right now, God teaches us lessons with hard times and downtime. And he wants us to get through those and learn the lesson. And we do that by being harder than the lesson, but in a softer way. Because we have to learn. You have to pivot. You have to take a new angle. And then you get through that hard time. Then you get to the flat, smooth sailing. And then guess what? Another hard time's going to hit. And then we got to think, here comes this time, right? Everybody has them. Like I said, everybody. Rich, poor, middle class, single people, married people. It's just what life is. So expect it, learn from it, know that we can beat it. We just have to outthink it. And we are harder than the hard times in life. We are. We just have to do it in a softer, more methodical way. And if you're out here and you know someone that believes that life's going to be easy and they're just so pissed off because it's hard, please share this with them. Maybe it'll help them, or if something you're going through, maybe it'll help. And it's helped me a lot going to counseling and putting that in perspective, right? Instead of me butting heads with my son and getting pissed off and just angry and not want to be around my son, let him choose his actions or choose his consequences to his actions. And it's helped us a lot. We're not perfect. No one is perfect. And you're never going to be perfect, or we wouldn't need Jesus. So if you like this, if you know someone, please share it, subscribe, like, let me know what y'all think about it. Remember, change the way you think so you can change your lives. And I'll talk to y'all later.